Who should Ireland pick for the upcoming game against Wales in the Six Nations? Well, in this video, I'm going to be going over who I think they could pick, who I think they should pick, and who I think they probably will pick. Now, I do think there will be a few changes from the last game against England. I do think most of the starting lineup and a few of the players might be the same, but I do think there's going to be some players that haven't been given an opportunity yet, or haven't been given a proper opportunity, that will definitely be given more game time against Wales. Whether it's in the starting lineup or it's from the bench, you're going to have to watch and find out, but this is just what I think Ireland probably should go with against Wales, and what I probably think they will go with. Now, before we do get into it, guys, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I've been so overwhelmed by all the support on the channel. I mean, I think 2 weeks ago we were trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and now we're already on 1,500. So I'm so thankful for all the support, and I see all the comments, and I try to reply to all the positive comments as quick as possible. So if you do a positive comment, just know you will get a reply, and I really am grateful for it. But I mean, let's get right into it. So at number 1, I think they should go for Jeremy Loughman again. There's some positions and some players on this team that I don't think they should change from a kind of an experience point of view. I think Jeremy Loughman should be getting more game time right now, and this whole front row for Ireland has been the one part of Ireland that maybe hasn't seemed too comfortable. Maybe an open play and around the park they've been fine, but when it comes to scrum time, and maybe line out time as well, but especially scrum time, they haven't been at their best. So I think giving the guys that have been playing a bit more game time, a bit more time together to get used to each other, to get to know each other, to kind of get comfortable with each other on the field is perfect for these guys. So I think Jeremy Loughman at number 1 is a bit of a no-brainer. I don't think they should change too much in the front row, especially since Wales their strength is in their front row. So I think changing something up there could maybe give Wales a bit of a chance, or just give them a bit more hope than they need against Ireland. Number 2, Dan Sheehan. He's a guy that's on form right now. I think changing a guy like him after a really good game would be silly. It maybe 2 weeks out would be too long for him, because especially they do have an important game the week after as well against Scotland, a very big game, and Scotland will be battle tested after playing against a very tough France team. So I think Dan Sheehan is a guy you have to keep there. And as I was saying, the front row they should kind of keep the same right now. Get them used to playing together, get their continuity up, because that's the one area that's maybe lacking compared to the rest of the team for Ireland. And I mean, in open play, the front row has been very good, but when it comes to scrum time, they've been average, to be honest. And number 3, I think they'll go for Tide Furlong again. He was very good in open play against England. At scrum time, he was okay, but he wasn't as bad as he was against Italy either. I think he's a guy you have to have in the starting lineup, and the way this guy cleans rucks for James at Gibson Park, or whoever's at scrum off, I think the way this guy cleans rucks, he's just so good for Ireland on attack, and he's a really good player. He disrupts the rucks. He's very good around the park, and I think it'll take some time for him to get his scrum dominance back, but I think it will come back, especially with confidence, and especially with playing alongside the likes of a Dan Sheehan and a Jeremy Loughman more often. But it's not just the front row that has to take accountability for the lack of scrum dominance. It's the locks as well. It's the whole forward pack. I mean, when the whole forward pack needs to know how to play together, they need to know how to scrum together, and changing too many components within that engine room might just make something not work the way it's supposed to. So kind of keeping things the same and kind of seeing an upward trajectory with how better they are getting is a positive sign for Ireland. So I think keeping most of the forward pack the same will probably be ideal for Ireland, especially the way the forward pack dominated in open play. I mean, that was really so impressive, the way Ireland's forward pack dominated in open play against Ireland. But it's just at scrum time, they do have a few things to work on, and Wales do kind of pride themselves at scrum time, and they have some really good forwards in the likes of Dewey Lake and Rice Carey, who's going to be really looking to get some dominance against Ireland. At number 4, I've gone for Joe McCarthy again. I thought he was absolutely huge against England. He played a very good game. What a bounce back for him. I mean, against France in the first game, he was really poor, but he's just come such a long way since then, and he's such a good ball carrier. I just want to see him get the ball in his hand a lot more often, because when this guy gets the ball in his hand, he is so destructive. He's such a good athlete, and I think the lines they do have Joe McCarthy running are the little plus option lines, a little pop pass option outside Caelan Doris, what I really do like, but they need to sometimes give those options more. Now, a lot of the time, Ireland do give those options, but when the guy's running into contact. Now, there's a few times, I've seen it probably about 3 or 4 times with Ireland, the Six Nations, where that pop pass option will be open, they don't give it, and the guy would have theoretically gone straight through, and he would have had a clean break. And I'd love to see Joe McCarthy on a clean break. He got called back by the ref when he made the clean break against England, and that was a sight to behold. I mean, it looked like a giraffe galloping in the savannah plains. This guy is so fast, and I'd like to see him get the ball in his hand a bit more often. So that's one thing I want to see from Joe McCarthy, but he's been absolutely awesome in the last game against England. So I think he'll definitely be there. And he's a young guy as well. These young guys, you just play them as often as you can. I mean, the older guys you kind of have to manage a bit more, but young guys like this that are playing after a good game, keep boosting their confidence, keep playing them. It'll just benefit them down the line. Number 5, I've gone for James Ryan again. James Ryan's a good player. I mean, he's the type of guy that Ireland fans will love him. Opposition fans will not like him at all. They'll hate him. James Ryan is really playing at his best right now, which when James Ryan's at his best, he's going to be a pest. He's going to be in the opposition face. He's going to be a menace at ruck time. He's going to be tackling guys just on the brink of being late. But that's just what you get from these kind of, not old school locks, but these really hard working locks that kind of pride themselves on physicality. So James Ryan, in my opinion, needs to be in the team. And he's a very important guy in this Irish team right now. Number 6, and in my opinion, the most important forward in this Irish team, Tighthead was phenomenal against England. I mean, this guy had a huge game. He was a menace all over the park. At the breakdown, he was getting steals. Line-out time, he's getting steals. He's very good on more defense, more offense. He's going to be in the opposition team's face. And in my opinion, he is the best forward in Ireland's team right now. So it's a bit of a no-brainer for me. Yes, you probably could have a Cormac Uzuchukwu at number 6 and put Tighthead at lock, but I do think Cormac Uzuchukwu might get some game time this weekend, but I don't think it'll be in the starting lineup. So number 6, I've gone for Tighthead. Number 7, a guy that I think has firmly played himself back into the number 7 jersey, Josh van der Flier. He was absolutely awesome against England. I mean, some of the breaks he can make. This guy's an athlete. He's fast. He runs like a centre. And possibly, if he had too many injuries, he probably could plug in at centre or wing. I mean, he's like a Ben Earl style player. He can just do everything for you. And he's a really good player. So it must have been very frustrating for him to not be selected against Italy. But he came back against England and he showed exactly what he can do and why he is so important in this team. I mean, Josh van der Flier is such an important guy in this team. And remember, he's won World Player of the Year before. So it's not like he's a bad player. He has so much potential in him, and it's good to see him playing near his best again like he did against England. So I think if Josh van der Flier can get the ball in some more space or get given some more better opportunities with ball in hand, he can cause so much havoc for Wales next week. So I think he's a no-brainer to have in the number 7 jersey. Number 8, I've gone for Caelan Doris, obviously the captain. I don't think they're going to ever drop the captain. And I thought Caelan Doris was absolutely immense against England. I mean, he had one of the highest carry stats, one of the highest tackle stats as well. He hits rucks like it's for fun. And he's just such a good player for Ireland, especially at his best. He's a very skillful number 8. He's good with ball in hand. And there was a while where his skill set kind of took a little bit of a dip. But that was because he was coming back from an injury. He might have been a bit rusty. And now he doesn't look like he's rusty at all anymore. I mean, it looks like the rust's completely fallen off. He is so much better right now. And he is one of the main leaders in this team. I think if you have a loose trio like Tighthead, Josh van der Flier and Caelan Doris, you can't really go wrong there. I mean, that is a world-class loose trio, and it has such a good balance of power, physicality, overall line-out skills, ball in hand skills, and just being absolute menaces and high work rate all over the park. So I think that's a very good loose trio, and probably right now the second best loose trio in the Six Nations. If you think France probably right now is at number 1. Number 9, I've gone for Jamison Gibson-Park. A guy like this right now, playing probably one of the best games of his life against England. You don't take a guy like that out the team. You got to play him. You got to keep him going, and you got to make sure him and Jack Crowley can keep building that combination together. So I think at number 9, Jamison Gibson-Park, if he can have anywhere near the game he had against England, Ireland are going to win this game by far, especially if the forwards can get some good front foot dominance. But that just shows, I've said so many times, especially about the France game, people were saying Jamison Gibson-Park played terribly. No, he didn't. The forward pack really did not help him at all. He didn't get any front foot dominance. But now that the forward pack had one of their best games I've ever seen from Ireland against England, Jamison Gibson-Park looked phenomenal because he had the right ball. He had ball in the right kind of areas in the field. He had the right pace of ball. He could get the ball out quick. He had clean ball, and it just helped him so much. So number 9, Jamison Gibson-Park. And number 10, I think they're going to go for Jack Crowley again. I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. He had a very good performance against England, and I think it's important for them to get a lot of game time now going forward into this combination of Jamison Gibson-Park and Jack Crowley. Now, Jack Crowley had a very good kicking performance as well against England, so it's very important that he keeps up this consistency, and with the potential that Ireland could be scoring a lot of tries against Wales. Obviously, Wales could pitch up on the day like they did against Scotland, and I hope they do, but there is obviously the chance that it could be a lot of kicks for Jack Crowley. So I think it's an important game for him to play to maybe get a bit more kicking confidence as well, and just overall confidence in the system and the team, and to see what he can do against different style of plays. I mean, Wales don't play the same style as England, so it's going to be important to see if the Jamison Gibson-Park and Jack Crowley combination can work just as well against a team like Wales, and maybe next week against Scotland as well. So Jack Crowley at number 10 for me. Moving on to number 11. Obviously, James Lowe's been injured. I was quite sad about that because he had a very good game against Italy, and I was hoping he was going to have a good game against England as well, but it still seemed like he enjoyed the game the way he was celebrating from the bench. But I've gone for Tommy O'Brien at number 11. I thought he was really good when he came from the bench against England. He was phenomenal. He deserves a start after that. He started against France. He was okay in that game. Also didn't get put in the best opportunities, but once given better opportunities, he showed what he can do, and he works really well off his wing as well. He's got a very high work rate. He's one of those players that just gets really stuck in. So I think Tommy O'Brien at number 11, it's a bit of a no-brainer right now. At number 12 and number 13, I've gone for Stuart McCloskey and Gary Ringrose again. I think that definitely is the combination for Ireland going forward, and I think it's important for them to get as much game time as possible. Now, at first, I was going to think to myself, oh, maybe because it's Wales now, they should just change everything and give so many players game time. But I think that's dangerous because Wales are trending up right now, and I think if you were to change the centres especially, that kind of is the spine of a backline. That could be really catastrophic if the whole experiment didn't work out. So I think keeping those two together, they've been in really good form together. Stuart McCloskey's been absolutely awesome. Probably the in-form Ireland backline player right now. I think keeping those two together is going to be very important. And if the backline is given more opportunities, it'll be nice to see how the whole backline operates together, given more opportunities, especially if they are good opportunities or with some good space with the likes of Stuart McCloskey, Gary Ringrose, Gibson Park, Crowley, Baloucoune, Tommy O'Brien. See what those guys can do once given really good opportunities, because that could be very exciting. I mean, this is a very exciting Ireland backline right now. Number 14, you heard it there. I've gone for Robert Baloucoune. He's been absolutely exceptional recently, and I think giving him another opportunity is what they need to do right now. I don't think they should be kind of straying away from what their best starting 15 is. If they were to make changes, I think the changes should come on the bench, and if changes are forced, it should be due to injury in the starting lineup, because I think the starting lineup right now has finally found, they've clicked now against England, that they've finally found what kind of style suits them, what kind of balance of combination suits them as well, and that the players have kind of started to settle into their roles, into their positions, and I think right now changing that could be catastrophic. And I think you just got to give them as much game time as possible so they get as much familiarity as possible in their roles, in their combinations, knowing what to do in certain situations together. Because I mean, this team hasn't been at their best recently, but against England they've suddenly clicked, and if they can keep this up going forward, then they might just be in a very good place going into the next World Cup in 2027. So Robert Baloucoune, number 14. I think Robert Baloucoune should have been the number one choice for Ireland for a while now. I mean, he's been awesome in the URC, and it's finally good to see some guys from Ireland getting their form rewarded from club level. I mean, he's been absolutely awesome in the URC, so to see him get another opportunity like this would be awesome. And I think he is the number 14 jersey he is the guy for the number 14 jersey for Ireland going forward. Baloucoune's been awesome. I can't wait to see him maybe get some space. And can you imagine a Robbie Baloucoune versus a Louis Rees-Zammit sprint? That would be awesome. A little race between those two. I don't know who would win it, but I think Robert Baloucoune looks really fast right now, but that would be very interesting. And number 15, I'm sticking with Jamie Osborne. I mean, I'm not sure if Hugo Keenan is back yet, but still, Jamie Osborne's been really solid. He's been very good in the 15 jersey, so I think changing him right now would be silly. I mean, maybe it is a good game to give a guy like Hugo Keenan a chance if he is back, but I'm still going to stick with Jamie Osborne. I think he's been absolutely awesome. Scored a very good try. There was a very difficult try to finish against England as well, and he's been one of those solid players that just doesn't play bad at all. He only plays above average or good, so he's a player that's really important for Ireland right now, and it's very important to have one of those Rolls-Royce style players at fullback. I mean, if you think of the likes of some other teams, Tommy Freeman for England, for France, you have the likes of a Thomas Ramos as well. There's guys that they never play bad. They're always just good. And when they have an off day, it's still better than most of the other players. So I think right now, Jamie Osborne is the right guy in the number 15 jersey for Ireland. And I think Hugo Keenan has to come in and outplay Jamie Osborne. I think Jamie Osborne right now needs to be outplayed for his jersey to be taken away. I think it would be unfair on him if someone were to come in right now who's been injured and just take the number 15 jersey. Because I think Jamie Osborne is proving himself to be the number 15 for Ireland this season. Alright, moving on to the bench. At number 16, I've gone for Tom Stewart. Now, Ronan Kelleher, I don't think that this is dropping him. I don't think playing Tom Stewart is dropping Ronan Kelleher. I think Ronan Kelleher has been absolutely awesome recently. And I think, honestly, he's been one of those guys that's been very consistent and probably deserves a start based on some of the things that he's been doing off the bench for Ireland right now. But I also do think that Ronan Kelleher is very experienced, and playing a guy like Tom Stewart in this game specifically, this could be the game that they could have been targeting all along for a guy like Tom Stewart or some other guys to get some game time. I mean, Wales has been not the best recently. So I think this is probably the game that they were targeting for guys to get an opportunity. So I think it's important for a guy like Tom Stewart to have his form rewarded, to get the opportunity to play international rugby. And I think this will be a really good game for him to maybe get an opportunity. And I think he will pass with flying colours. He's been absolutely awesome for Ulster recently. And moving on to number 17 and number 18, I've gone for Tom O'Toole and Finlay Bealham. They obviously were the two props off the bench for England. And I think the one thing they shouldn't be changing right now probably are the props. I think the props right now need as much game time as possible, need as much experience next to each other as possible, because I think, especially at scrum time, they still need to work on a few things. So I don't think they have the luxury of changing the props right now. But still, I really like the look of a Tom O'Toole and a Finlay Bealham. But both very good players. I mean, Tom O'Toole's had a really good year for Ulster, and Finlay Bealham is a British and Irish Lion. He's a very good player. He's an Irish rugby legend. I mean, he's a very, very good player for Ireland. So he's very experienced as well. So I think those guys coming on with the likes of a Tom Stewart will really help him feel comfortable and will bring the best out of him. Now moving on to number 19, I've gone for Edwin Adogbo. I think this could be another perfect opportunity for a young guy like him to get more game time. Yes, he did play, was it against Italy? He obviously didn't get that much game time, but maybe this could be a game where he could come on alongside the likes of a Joe McCarthy or a James Ryan or a Tighthead even. Tighthead could move to lock and just get some really good game time alongside some really good Irish legends who are playing some really good rugby right now. Now, obviously, it was not going to be easy for him to ever feel comfortable or play well when Ireland were struggling. But now that Ireland kind of have clicked, if they do have another good game, it'll be the perfect opportunity to bring some young guys on to get some confidence in their system and play some really good rugby alongside some really experienced Irish players. So Edwin Adogbo at number 19 for me against Wales. Number 20, I've gone for Cormac Uzuchukwu. He really impressed me when he played against Italy. I mean, he's big, he's good at line-out time. He kind of plays a similar style role to Tighthead in a way. Obviously, they're not the exact same type of style player, but I think those two on the park together could be really dangerous. I mean, both very versatile line-out options, very, very versatile forwards. Both have a good skill set. Both are huge. Both play that lock, loose forward, versatile role really well. So I think Cormac Uzuchukwu could be the perfect guy to have in the number 20 jersey this week, just to add some size off the bench. I mean, can you imagine like a Tom Stewart, Tom O'Toole, Finlay Bealham, Edwin Adogbo and a Cormac Uzuchukwu coming off the bench together? That is a huge bench forward pack, and that could really add a punch in the second half. So that could be exciting to see, and that's just what I think they should go with against Wales. Number 21, Nick Timoney. I think he's been so good off the bench this year. Keep him in the bench role where he's very, very comfortable and he'll thrive. I mean, he's been thriving off the bench, and playing him alongside the likes of a Cormac Uzuchukwu, who he knows well from club level, will only help Cormac Uzuchukwu as well. And I think those two could come on and kind of get that dynamic from Ulster that they do so well of playing together. And I think that could be a really smart choice for Andrew Farrell this week. So obviously number 21, Nick Timoney. Number 22, I think they should go for Nathan Doak. Nathan Doak's a guy I've been really wanting to see get an opportunity for Ireland. He's been awesome for Ulster recently, and yes, he's a very good kicker for poles as well. He's a very good option to kick for poles, and I think this could be a perfect game for him to get an opportunity. Now, I'm not saying that I think he should be in the team now full time. Maybe if he plays well, yes. And I do think that Craig Casey's been good off the bench, but I think right now is a good opportunity to give a guy like Nathan Doak a chance. Craig Casey's played a lot of rugby. He's played a lot of times for Ireland before. Maybe it's a good time to get a good look at a guy like a Nathan Doak, Edwin Adogbo, a Cormac Uzuchukwu, a Tom Stewart. So it probably is the right opportunity to do it. I mean, if you think, what other games will you be able to do it? Not against Scotland. Scotland's going to be a really tough game. And I'm not saying that Wales won't be a tough game. Wales might be a very tough game, but based on the recent form, this is probably the one game they can target those kind of changes to give guys some opportunities so that they can play some Six Nations rugby. Because, I mean, these guys that are inexperienced, for them playing some sort of Six Nations rugby will really boost their confidence levels to another level and will really just boost their overall confidence. So I think this will be really good for them to gain some valuable experience. So I think Nathan Doak at number 22. And number 23, a jack of all trades, a guy that can play 10, 12, fullback, wing if you need to as well. Kieran Frawley. I think Kieran Frawley is like a really good Swiss Army knife option for Ireland right now. And I think having a bench of Tom Stewart, Tom O'Toole, Finlay Bealham, Edwin Adogbo, Cormac Uzuchukwu, Nick Timoney, Nathan Doak and Kieran Frawley with a 6-2 bench split against a very physical Wales side could be a really good option to give some new guys experience while having some experienced players as well, like a Finlay Bealham, a Nick Timoney who's good from the bench, and a Kieran Frawley. I think that's an exciting bench that has a bit of inexperience with a few guys that could be really good still with their inexperience, matched up alongside guys with some experience that have played at the highest level and done some really good things at the highest level as well. So this is what I think the team should be from my personal perspective. If you guys do agree, let me know in the comments down below. If you disagree as well, let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. So let me just go over the team again. This is what I think it could very well be against Wales this week. Now, I do think it's going to be different against Scotland next week, but this is just what I think it could be against Wales and what I think it probably should be. Number 1, Jeremy Loughman. Number 2, Dan Sheehan. Number 3, Tide Furlong. Number 4, Joe McCarthy. Number 5, James Ryan. Number 6, Tide Byrne. Number 7, Josh van der Fleer. Number 8, Caelan Doris. Number 9, Jamison Gibson Park. Number 10, Jack Crowley. Number 11, Tommy O'Brien. Number 12, Stuart McCloskey. Number 13, Gary Ringrose. Number 14, Robert Baloucoune. Number 15, Jamie Osborne to finish the starting lineup. Now to the bench, number 16, Tom Stewart. Number 17, Tom O'Toole. Number 18, Finlay Beelum. Number 19, Edwin Adogbo. Number 20, Cormac Uzuchukwu. Number 21, Nick Timoney. Number 22, Nathan Doak. And number 23, Kieran Frawley. So that's just what I think, guys. If you do enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.